Hello, this is Ryan Thorpe with UIndyAthletics.com, and it is the thick of spring football right now going on, and I'm sitting with the head man himself right here, Bob Bartolomeo, and Coach Bart. I know spring is an exciting time for fans and players and coaches alike, I'm sure. Get back out there and strap them up again. What are some of your goals that you like to accomplish most during this time of year?
Well, we just come off our winter program, and one in which they're hitting the weights 3 days a week. We do some agility work inside the other 2 days. So the whole idea of the spring now is to take the redefining of their bodies, especially for some of the young guys now that have been in our weight program for 8 months, and take that onto the football field. So from that standpoint, it's a great experience and something that we look forward to, especially with the young guys, that we didn't have a lot of reps or the chance to give them a lot of reps in the fall, because as you know, we're getting ready to play in the fall, and it's a pretty quick pace. But now we can step back, get back to some really basic fundamentals, both offensively, defensively, and also in the kicking game, and see where these young guys in particular fit into the scheme of things.
Okay, well, I know that young guys in particular could benefit from this spring, as you were saying. Who are some of the guys that you think would benefit the most heading into fall camp with a successful spring?
Well, we got a number of guys. I hate to single out one or two, but we have a number of people, both offensively and defensively. We got to find a center, and although he's not a young guy, Chad Epley's in there battling it out along with Danny McHale. And so one of those guys got to come to the forefront on the offensive line at the center position. We got to replace a guard, and we got Joe Williams has stepped up in there, and even though he's been around and been through the program, played some last year, he is a relative new guy. So guys like that are stepping up and giving us some good reps along the offensive front. But one of the biggest things, quarterback-wise, is Jake Perica. And though Jake has been around and done a good job, he still has not been the guy. Well, he's been the guy for the first 4 practices and done a great job. He had a good scrimmage Saturday. He was darn near perfect on his throws, and really had a great command of the whole offense on Saturday. So we were quite pleased with Jake's progression there. The tailback position is kind of a older position with Walker and Peyton in there, and those guys are. But we got some young guys that are developing. Tight end spot's kind of the same way with Rowell and Kamak, and still trying to develop some depth there. Wide receiver, Higgins had a great day Saturday. We had a scrimmage, and he did some nice things, and. Trying to develop some depth there with Fogo and Willis and Deneau and some of the other young guys there. Defensively, we're got a battle on in the secondary with a couple of spots, especially at the corner spot that was vacated by Bass, and got some candidates there in Hamilton and who's played some, and Robert Williams, who's playing pretty well now, and moving around some other guys like McClinton and seeing whether those guys are better suited at the safety or at the corner. And then, our 2 inside guys are pretty solid with Dury and Bryant. And then, the outside linebacker spot kind of moved a guy from the inside that played some as a freshman there, Sigmund. And he's competing with Aaron Bruning, who was hurt last year for that outside Sam spot. So that's kind of the rundown of everybody, but and the competition that's going on. And then we have some other young guys that are developing, and anxious to see what they bring to the forefront. One spot I forgot to mention or didn't mention is the defensive line, and feel really good about that. We feel that we have 7, 8 guys that we think can rotate in there. Obviously Tommy, Taylor, and Daggy, the 2 seniors there up front, kind of leading the charge that way.
Sure. Well, that's great stuff, Bart. I appreciate the time, and looking forward to seeing the team here in the spring game coming up on Saturday, April 16th. We'll see you there. Thanks.